As a young elementary student in the 70s, I I would see another child, I would say about once every 2 to 3 years, where I kind of had a question mark, like, am I looking at a boy or a girl? Now, it happens more than that every day. Every day, I see at least one person where I kind of have to take a second look and say, is that person a male or a female? And I mean, what an astronomical change to that happening once every 2 to 3 years to that happening more than that many times per day. I was in Chipotle restaurant the other day, and I was at the cash register, and you had a male that was overweight, facial hair, but full on makeup and earrings. And you had a door dasher standing on my left a few feet away that also was a male with facial hair, little goatee, full on makeup and earrings, and also happened to be noticeably overweight. I mean, that's neither here nor there, but they were both very similar. And it just struck me how common this is. And then I thought about the person that helps me at the pet store, the cash register clerk, the cash register clerk in the grocery store, actually more than one in the grocery store. And I'm in a small town in Arizona, and even up here it seems like if you want to get a job, because I'm living off my pension from education, but I'm barely getting by, and so I'm applying for jobs, and I haven't had any luck. But it seems like if you want to get a job, you should be androgynous or try to be transitioning towards the totally opposite sex, because they're just everywhere in the workforce. Waiters, waitresses, cashier clerks all over the place. It's one of the most employed people that I see up here, even in a small town in Arizona. So it's just like, and I'll see several people per day where I'm kind of scratching my head and thinking, is that a female trying to look male? Or is that a male trying to look female? And obviously the facial hair is a giveaway, kind of. Or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. If someone's been on hormones and maybe took the suppressing during the drugs that suppress your testosterone, your estrogen during puberty, maybe you could have someone that was born a biological female and by the time they're 24 is actually growing facial hair. I'm not an expert on this, I don't know. But when I see these individuals that are wearing makeup with earrings but have facial hair, I just, in my lack of knowledge, assume that they're a male appreciating femininity and wanting to be perceived as a female. But then if they're wanting to be perceived as a female, why do they grow facial hair? It's all so confusing to me. But one thing that's not confusing is that this is just exploding. I mean, especially since the beginning of the pandemic, but even before that, I'd say for like a decade or now, because even when my daughter was graduating high school like 6 years ago, you had a lot of her best friends were males that painted their fingernails, and some of them were effeminate, and some of them had, stated I'm gay. So that was her group of friends, though, and I was thinking, oh, okay, maybe that's just the group of friends she fell into. Well, no, it's more of just a real commonality, even 6 years ago when she graduated. But one thing I am sure of is that this is being pushed through our society. through media, through news. Everyone's seen the footage where someone comes out and even just says, I'm binary, yay! I'm coming out of the closet, I'm gay, yay! And so this is proven with research, a lot of people that feel kind of ostracized or they don't fit in during like middle school or high school times of your life where you have the strongest need to be accepted by your peers. A lot of these people that feel ostracized or that don't feel they fit in, when they say this, all of a sudden they're accepted and all of this support comes to them when they might not even need support. They just want attention and they want to feel that they're fitting in. So this is one way that young people feel like they can fit in, because society has created this environment where you're completely accepted, shown love and so much support if you say that you're non-binary, you're gay, anything but cisgender, right? They have all these terms, I'm pansexual. Pansexual, how did that replace bisexual? I don't understand, because there's only two genders. So all of it's confusing except for the simple fact that this huge explosion is because people are doing what the TV tells them, people are doing what society tells them, and just being sheeple, just following along with the flow in order to get that acceptance and that love and that support. I guess I don't have much else to say on it, but I think of the words of this Oliver Anthony song, what's this world coming to for people like me and people like you? People that don't need to reinvent the wheel. They kind of grew up in a different era and they have a solid understanding of these things and they got their heads squarely planted on their shoulders and they don't need to believe all of this BS that's being pumped out at us. So I know that for a fact. I am religious and I do get discernment from the Holy Spirit, and that is the truth. These sheeple are following what society is pushing. Don't believe the hype. Don't think that I have to rethink everything. Don't think you have to apologize if you call someone he or a she because they look like a he or a she and the person gets upset at you and says, you misgendered me. Because just don't call people by pronouns anymore. Just say, thank you very much. Bam. Don't say ma'am. Don't say sir. Even though these young kids call me sir all day long, that'd be funny if I started getting upset and telling them, you misgendered me. In Canada, I think you can literally be imprisoned. If you just say, when you buy your groceries, thank you, sir, and it's someone that identifies as a female, you can be arrested. Did you see the one about the autistic female that said the police officers were in her home? She's autistic, and she said to her mother or her grandmother, I think her mother or her grandmother is a lesbian, and said, that police officer looks like a lesbian. And she was handcuffed and taken to jail for that. That's just a simple observation. They can't get inside this woman's heart or mind and see if she was trying to be derogatory. It's an autistic person. I'm sure she was just stating an observation, But I married a female police officer. They take on the body language of a very assertive, macho male. And that's on purpose. They have to have a presence. They have to look like someone that's in control and dominant. And that's the energy that they put out on purpose. So saying that, I can't believe that happened. But anyways, God bless. Leave a comment, hit like or dislike, and I'll talk to you later.